Buyback Cola and Mixed Life on today's Fednobabble.
This is Fednobabble, where Kevin and Cassie make federal retirement benefits understandable for humans like you. These two don't hold back as they answer questions from the Fed Pilot workshops and webinars or from questions submitted by you at fednobabble.com.
Cassie, did you call that cola?
Did I call it cola?
Did you
I
say
have
cola?
Come on now. Give me a break.
Okay, I'll give you a break.
I'm slightly nasally. Can you see how big my nose is?
Oh, well, I'm glad you're getting better. That is no fun to be sick for so long. Ugh.
No. All right, well, let's jump into the questions because I'm sure these guys don't want to hear about my cold.
Oh, sure. Why not? Okay. If you buy back time before retirement, does it go on top of your salary?
No. That was easy. If you buy back time, it goes in addition to your service time, your years and months of service, but it doesn't go on top of your salary. So it gets computed with the pension calculation, but it simply goes in addition to the service time that you already had. Now, if you made more money during that buyback period than you do now, then they can use that salary information and base your high 3 off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it could count towards your high 3, the salary that you had, but it doesn't go on top of your salary that you're currently receiving.
Darn it. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be so nice.
Just dump that on top, some extra whipped cream on top of my pension there. We'll be good.
Yep. But the buyback, it's interesting with buyback because some things when you buy it back will increase the amount of money you get in retirement. Sometimes it will help you retire later. Sometimes it will do both, and sometimes it will do neither. That's the short way of saying how complicated it is.
Yes, and it's the same for deposit information, whether you're making a redeposit or a deposit for any service, whether it's military, temporary time. It doesn't matter necessarily the type of time it is. Just make sure that it's even eligible for a deposit or a redeposit. Because I have sometimes where people think, oh, well, I worked temporary during this time and therefore I'm able to make a deposit. Well, if it was for FERS, you have to have that time be before a certain date in order for it to count.
Right.
So I think we've all got to be clear. If you have a question about any time or that, may or may not be eligible for a deposit or redeposit, fill out your SF 3107-1. It's your certified summary of service. People have a hard time pushing this through HR because they don't read the instructions at the very top of the page that says that it's eligible to be used to certify somebody's service or to clarify their service before or during the service, not just at retirement. So
that's one big thing that we do in the workshop is make sure that gets done. That's a critical one. Okay. The second one, if I have 30 years of federal service at 58 and I retire, will I not receive a COLA until I'm 62? What do you think, Cassie?
That's right. If you are a regular FERS employee, they don't Yes, they don't receive COLAs until age 62. CSRS is different. Most of them are over 62, so this wouldn't apply to them anyways.
Yep, that's a good point. Yep. So CSRS is different and also special provision.
Yes.
Those are a couple exceptions. Well, that was easy. Should I have private life insurance and FEGLI while working for the government? Are you going to die? Are you expecting on dying? Is your wife or your husband expecting you to die, or
do you want to pay smaller premiums now because you expect to continue your life insurance later?
Right.
Because I don't know about you, I like paying as little as possible for anything that I have to purchase.
Yep.
So if I'm purchasing life insurance, I want to purchase that sooner rather than later, because I don't want to have to pay higher premiums, because I don't know what my health is going to be in 10 years, or if I'm going to
Yes.
make it. So I want to have that in place, make sure my family's covered, make sure I'm getting the most for my money.
You
Who
got
doesn't want
it.
to do that?
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing. Again, in the workshops, we go over some of the pricing, and I give an example of just a regular federal employee who, if he has all this life insurance of FEGLI, it years later in retirement, it's costing him something like $3,200 a month,
Yeah.
which
If
is crazy. And if he were to die, he will have actually paid more into the program than his family would ever get out of it. I mean, I feel like FEGLI is saying, this FEGLI is great while you're working, or may be great. It may not even be great, actually, to tell you the truth, but it may be great while you're working, but we're going to make it really difficult for you to keep in retirement. And we're doing that on purpose. And I really think that
there
they
are
did that
some
on
good
purpose.
parts there, they do it on purpose. It's a 5-year term. It's a
Yeah.
group policy. And you know what? Most people don't even realize, number one, this is through MetLife. It's already with the private insurance
Yes.
company. You might as well check your options elsewhere. Number two, I can't tell you though if FEGLI or outside private life insurance is going to be your best solution. That's why you have to figure that out with
Yep.
somebody else who understands insurance in your state, who understands your benefits, who can coordinate all of these things, and not just the insurance products and your benefits, but also about your family life. Like there has to be,
Mm-hmm.
um, you got to do a needs analysis and figure out how much insurance you need, what type of insurance you need. Do you need permanent policy or, a temporary policy? What is going to be beneficial for you and your health or whatever that looks like. So, go out and talk with somebody about it. And don't be scared of financial professionals. There are some questions and things that you can do to make sure that they are on your side and have your best interest at heart. If they're just trying to get you to sell, buy something right away, they probably aren't getting all of the information that they need to make a proper recommendation. If they're trying to take that time with you and gather that information, they're not trying to get your private information to sell it. They're trying to get that information so that way they can help you build a plan and make a proper recommendation for what's going to be good for you.
Yeah.
So do some research before you get in contact with one of them. And if you don't know where to turn, let us know. Go to
Yep.
Fednobabble.com. Let us help you find somebody. We have somebody all over the country. Well, we don't have one person for the whole country, but
Yeah.
we have a trusted network of financial professionals ready to help you. We can cover the whole country, no matter what state you're in. We have somebody who's relatively close to your area, who can be able to answer those questions for you and make those recommendations, gather that information, and coordinate your benefits and your family information and your needs, and be able to help you out. So,
And all of that is at no cost, no obligation, no sales pitch. Truly, they are kind of on our same mission with us to help federal employees understand their benefits so that when they retire, you have the best retirement possible. So it's not, it really is. We want you to be set. So please make sure. And by the way, and I come across this every now and then, Cassie, where someone says, I have a financial advisor. And I think, great, good for you for jumping on this.
yeah.
Have they ever helped federal employees before? Yeah, they have a couple other clients that are federal employees. And my thought is, oh no, well,
Well,
okay.
I would take that question a little bit further. I would ask them,
Okay.
have they ever done a benefits analysis with you?
Sure. Yep.
Because if they are getting that information, whether they have asked for a benefits analysis from HR or some information that you've gathered on your own, or whether they provided you information by collecting those documents and being able to get you that information. Either way, if they're not doing a benefits analysis for you to find out where your groundwork is in your benefits, when can you retire, what that pension number is going to be, how much life insurance you have, or do they even understand FEGLI? Can they give you the good parts and make sure
And
that
avoid the
you're
bad.
getting the other stuff covered
Right.
elsewhere, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we've got to,
Yeah.
all of these government benefits are great while you're in service. They're not so great when you retire. There are good parts of them, though, when you retire that you may want to keep.
Right.
So let's work on, harmonizing the benefits and an insurance or annuities or whatever, that financial plan that works for you and your goals. And that's one thing I love about our advisors is they are so great to answer any questions, whether it's makes them money or not. They're not out looking to make a quick dollar. And they're genuinely asking you questions like, hey, this person is looking into Medicare. What do I need to look at? Can they avoid the Medicare Part B penalty if they're over this age? Like, all of these questions are things that I get from advisors on a daily basis. Hey, what about the Medicare reimbursement that some FEHB plans offer, or something like that, right? They genuinely want to help you get the most out of your benefits and also protect you and your family from anything that could possibly happen that's negative. I mean, we're all going to die someday. Let's hope it's not too soon.
Yeah. Let's not. So again, go to fednobabble.com, sign up and get the Cassie will put the report together for you, and she'll get you in contact with one of the advisors in our trusted network, and you can get all this and just get yourself ready. That's what we're saying. Go act
Take
on
action.
it. Make sure you're good. That's it. All right. Thanks, Cassie. Until next time.
Thanks, Kevin.
To get Cassie's comprehensive report on your federal retirement benefits at no cost, no obligation, and no sales pitch, go to Fednobabble.com. While you're there, submit a question for them to answer on the show.